process video for you today. This one is from week 37 for last year. Yeah, I have not done much scrapping over the Christmas break at all. We had some visitors come to stay that I didn't even know were coming. I had all these plans to do some videos, get some editing done and everything like that, and it just didn't happen. So this is the first weekend I've actually been able to sit down and scrap and record some voiceovers for you guys. Now, my December daily, I have finished that, but I think I got up to about day 12 or 13 where I recorded the process videos, and then the rest of the day, so the other 12, 13 of them, I couldn't record any videos because I was doing them pretty much at night, sitting in bed, because that was the only time and space I had to do them. It was actually my dad that came to stay, and my sister was here, so they were kind of sleeping on. One of them was sleeping on the couch in the lounge, which is where I film because it's the best light. So I couldn't really do that with them asleep in here, and during the day we were out and about. So yeah, I apologise that I won't get to put up all the process videos for those, but I will do a bit of an album flick through in the next week or so. So I will still share with you what I finished doing on that. So this week, as I said, is week 37, and I am using my September Scrappery kits for this. So I've got their Project Life kit, and I've also got the embellishment kit. I get those each month, and yeah, these are from September and October, and I am literally just opening them now, and it is the middle of January. So that's how far behind I am with this. Yeah, I think the spread is from the middle of September. I must have been from the end of September because it was right before we moved house, I think. So yeah, I was just going through and getting out a whole lot of bits and pieces to do my title card. That collection of die cuts is from Cocoa Vanilla, which is an Australian scrapbook company. I've got a couple of their kits. I bought the Christmas one, which you would have seen in my December daily, and I also bought their summer one. I can't remember what it's called, but I will try and remember to put a link down the bottom for their stuff as well, along with the Scrappery, which is a really, really awesome Kit Club. I really love their kits, and they're really pretty affordable considering what you get in there. You do get quite a lot of stuff in there. I managed to complete two weekly layouts with my September and another 2 with my October, and I've still got heaps of stuff left, but I'm going to leave that to do a couple of 12 by 12 layouts. So I should get 4, 5 layouts with each kit, probably more if I stretch it out. I mean, I'll have leftovers, so I'll be able to use it in other stuff, which is pretty cool. I will leave a link to those kits below. They do have a scrapbook, like a 12 by 12 scrapbook kit as well. I don't subscribe to that one at the moment, but hopefully in the new year I might be able to stretch the budget a little and get one of those as well. So just, I can't remember what I've got on here. Oh, frame. Sorry, I decided to use one of the frames that came in that kit, and I add the week numbers in there, and then just a few little bits and bobs and a little cluster on the side. I can't remember exactly what that says. I'm not sure. You might be able to read it better than I can. I think it says live, laugh, love. I'm pretty sure that's what the little die cut says. And I love these number stickers. They're really, really big, and they're nice and chunky, and they're chipboard. They're from, I think, I want to say Dear Lizzie, possibly. Can't remember which collection it was exactly, but they're really, really fun to work with. There was actually 2 sets of numbers on the sheet, so I'm not sure. I'm sure most of you know which one it is that I'm talking about, but I can never remember what comes from what kit. And then that's a gold little thing that says memories on it. And the 2 kits, both these months, September and October, both came with 2 rolls of teeny tiny washi. Like, one of them came with like really, really like teeny tiny. It's only 5-6 millimeters wide washi tape, and the other one's just the normal thin washi. And then the other month came with 2 of the thin washies, and I just love those. I think I prefer the thin ones to the normal size 1 centimeter or thereabouts, whatever they are. I don't know, I just seem to use them a whole lot more than I do regular washi. I'm not sure what it is, whether it's just, you know, less, there's not as much of it, or I don't know. Does anyone else find anything like that that's really odd? I mean, I love my washi tape and I've got tons of rolls of it, so I should love it. But I don't seem to use it, like, hardly ever. But this thin stuff, I get a lot of use out of. Maybe you can try and cut down some rolls. I might investigate into that. This picture is of some big billboard, notice board, I don't know what you call them, chalkboard things, outside the fruit and veg shop. I'd been talking to my dad on the phone and saying that strawberries, and this is back in September, that strawberries were really cheap, and I was making a strawberry dessert of some kind, and he was quite jealous because he lives in New Zealand, and they were like $5-6 a punnet, and I happened to walk down the road and the sign said that they were only 49 cents a punnet, so I snapped a little photo and sent it to him just to make him even more jealous. Don't worry, when he came over at Christmas I made sure he had some, but that's pretty cheap, really, 49 cents for a punnet. I think I made some jam with those as well. They weren't the best quality, I will admit. And this card's just a filler card. It says, well, it's just got the letter A on it, and then I do put adventure down the bottom. And I'm not sure what collection they're from. I know I had a few little animals and stuff with it, but I can't remember what it was from. I think it's a crepe paper one of the last couple that had come out. The little gold stickers were just something I picked up from Spotlight. They're kind of a plasticky, vinyl-y feel to them. Yeah, but they're quite a nice gold colour, and there is a silver one and a bronzy colour, and they also have black as well. I think I've got most of the colours, and they have uppercase and lowercase. I find them really good, and they're pretty cheap. I think they're only like $2.99 a packet, and you get so many on a sheet because they're so little. And I tried to use this stamp, and it all just kind of went a bit pear-shaped. I didn't want it a big dark stamp on there, so I was trying to do like the second stamping, if you know what I mean. Like I stamped it on a piece of paper and then I stamped the lighter bit on my card, but I didn't like it. It didn't stamp properly. Then when I tried to re-stamp it, it just looked funny, so I kind of gave up on the stamp, which is sad. I hardly ever use stamps these days, and that's how I got into crafting to start with, was through Stampin' Up and using stamps, and now I hardly ever use them, and I have a ton of them. I really need to get back into it, I think. So to try and cover up that, I won't call it a mistake, but the stamping issue, I pulled out a few more of the embellishments from the collection. I'm trying to see if I've got the paper to tell you what that collection was. Oh, here we go. No, I don't have it, sorry. So I pulled out a butterfly and a word that says, I don't know, wonderful. So I thought wonderful adventure worked quite nicely, and I put that on some foam tape just to give it a bit of volume on the card. It just looked too flat and boring stuff on there. And I did spend quite a bit of time on this card, actually. Probably more time than was really needed. But I like it. It came out quite nicely. So did everyone else have a good Christmas? I didn't know my dad was coming over. My husband knew, my sister knew, and my mum knew. And my mum doesn't even talk to my dad anymore. Everyone knew except me. I was completely in the dark about it, but it was an awesome surprise. He came to the gate with my sister. She picked him up from the airport, and I could see his head on the top of the gate. And I'm like, who the heck is that? So it might have been the neighbour. I'm like, that is not the neighbour's head. I'm like, that actually looks like my dad's hair. Can't be. And then it was. So I was very, very excited. I was super happy that he had come for a visit. And yeah, he stayed for a few weeks, which was really good. And Christmas Day, all of our families were together. I think there's about 20 or so of us for Christmas lunch at my grandmother's house. She's 94, and she insisted that everyone come to her this year. She didn't want to travel. And we didn't make her do everything. Don't worry. We all bought a plate and helped clean up and set up and all that sort of stuff for her. So it was a pretty good day. I was fairly exhausted by the end of it. She lives just over an hour away, which isn't too far, I know, but by the end of the day, once you get up at 4:30 to do Santa presents with a 4-year-old and breakfast and drive and lunch and all of that, I was pretty knackered by the end of the day, but it's only once a year, so I can't complain too much, I guess. And that's a photo of Sam with a lunch bag on his head, not a plastic one, a material one, but he thought it was the funniest thing ever and was absolutely cracking himself up. And he didn't even know I'd taken the photo, which was even cuter. He does like going back and looking at it now, though, and he thinks it's still the funniest thing ever. He is a crack up. He does the silliest things, which I'm sure you'll know if you've got kids or grandkids or nieces, nephews, anything. They just do the most random things, and then they think it's absolutely freaking hilarious. So yeah, that's just him being him. And then I finally used that roller stamp that came in the kit as well, which is, I think that's the only time I used it in all my layouts, and I can't remember what it says. Crazy or something like that, probably. Yeah, so I just stuck all that on there. Sorry, I just had to pause and restart my voiceover then. The boys decided to come home. So I've sent them back outside for another 6 minutes so I can do the rest of this voiceover. I just can't do it when they're in the house. They just make too much noise, and they like to have the TV on, and it's terrible. I can't do it. So I think this might be the only video that I actually get completely finished today. I'll try and do some more when Frank's at work tomorrow. I'll make Sam go out and play or watch a movie or something in the other room. So that card just says be happy, and I added one of those little wooden hearts to it. They are so cool. They're like chipboard, but they're printed different words and phrases and pictures on it, and then they're sticky backed already, so you don't even have to glue them. They are so cool. They're from Pink Fresh Studios. Those particular ones were called Wood Veneer Stickers Happy Things was the collection they were from, and they are so cool. I'm going to have to see if they make any other ones of those, because I want them, I need them, and I must have them, much like everything else. And I can't remember. Oh, this was a photo of Sam bringing us a glass of water in the morning. There was a little bit of a story that went behind it. I can't remember what it was now, but I did write it on that little tag. But he just thought it was the best thing ever that he was big enough to stand up and reach the cups out of the cupboard and then turn the tap on and bring us a drink of water, which was actually quite nice. It would be really nice in the days old enough to bring me a cup of tea in the morning. That would be really good. A couple more years, I think, but we'll get there. I remember doing it for my mum, so I'm sure he'll do it for me at some point in time. And then I'll expect the cold burnt toast to come after that as well, I guess. And sorry, I forgot to put what I was working on in the middle of the screen, so I'm really sorry I'm working so far down the screen. You probably can't even see what I'm working on, but it's just a selfie of Sam. He quite often gets my phone and takes some random photographs of himself. Yeah, you can't even see what I'm doing at all. I'm sorry about that. At the end I'll put some still photos so you'll be able to see what it was. It's just a crazy selfie of him. And this one's quite hard to see, but it's actually an apple pie that I made, but on the top of it, when I made the pastry, I cut out the letters I and then a heart and then the letter U, and I put that running down the middle of the pie. I think that was the day that we'd gone and put an offer in on our house. I can't remember if it was the day we put the offer in or if it was... No, that's right. This was the week that we got our contract from the bank to say that our loan had been approved. So there, that's a picture of all the loan documents coming in the mail. So that was kind of a little exciting milestone for us to get that. So I made Frank an apple pie for dessert, just to tell him that I love him. If I don't tell him enough or he forgets, you never know. So just made a little bit of journaling on there. Actually need some more little journaling spots. I've got quite a lot of big ones which are good for layouts and like title cards in Project Life or 12 by 12 layouts, but I need some more little ones for my 3 by 4 cards. I might try and make some up on the computer, or I could cut them out on my silhouette, I suppose. Oh, and that is all the cards for this layout. So I'll just put them all in the sleeves, and that's pretty much it. And I am getting so frustrated with the cards and the pocket sizes. Either the cards are a little bit too big or the pockets are too small. Now, I'm not sure which. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know. It is the pockets. Some pockets are huge and the cards flop around in there and slip around and nearly come out. And other pockets, like the one with the A in it, are far too small and the cards don't fit. And I know that card is exactly 3 by 4 inches. And the same with that one. Like, you know, maybe a millimeter out, but that shouldn't make that much difference when I have to cut about 3 millimeters off. It's driving me crazy. But anyway, that's my little rant for that one. And that's pretty much it. I will pop some still photos in at the end, and I will, this should be up tomorrow, which is Monday the 18th. This should be up online, and then I'll have another one for you by the end of the week. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.